Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to look at some of the best wonder kids on Football Manager 2026, and specifically we are going to look at the best goalkeepers you could potentially buy on the game. So let me know in the comments below if you found any goalkeepers not mentioned in this video. Let me know as well if you've signed any of the goalkeepers we've mentioned in this one as well. And if you enjoy this type of Football Manager content, please leave a like and also subscribe to the channel. We'd really appreciate it. But let's now dive into the video. The first prospect we are going to look at is 16-year-old goalkeeper from AZ Alkmaar, Quentin Etiga. He is a fantastic prospect, and it's 16. He's got some frightening stats, and we've got the pie chart loaded up here. And yeah, very, very good shot stopping, good aerial as well. Two things you really want. You can obviously work on the mental side of the game, decent speed, but at 16 you've got the chance here of developing one of the best goalkeepers in the world. In terms of value, the game ranks him 7 to 21 million pounds, which obviously is a lot of money. But if you are one of the big teams, particularly in Europe, you're looking at trying to sign a goalkeeper for the next 15 years of your save, then this guy could well be a prospect worth looking at. So yes, this is the first keeper we are going to look at on this game, but we'll look at the next one now. We have Genk keeper Luca Bergmans. He's 17 years old. He's got very good shot stopping already. He's already good aerially as well. Value wise, we're talking 10 to 30 million pounds, but again, we are looking at one of the best young goalkeepers on the game and somebody you can really build around if you were to have a long-term save. So look at Bergmans, no doubt a future Belgium goalkeeper as well. He is one to watch out for. As Evers from Ghent, another Belgian goalkeeper. This one a little bit more affordable. He's 16 years old, 3.6 to 11 million pounds is the value, low wages as well. Very good shot stopping, very good aerially as well. Yes, there are things to improve on. Distribution's not great, communication's not great, mental attributes not great as well, and even the physical attributes aren't quite there yet. But at 16 years old, you've got a lot to work with there. And if the shot stopping and the aerial, continue to grow, and then you can work on those other attributes, you're going to have a very good goalkeeper here. And at 3.6 million potentially, a very, very cheap one as well. Nick Holman, who is 17 years old, he is also at AZ Alkmaar, and here we are looking at a very, very strong keeper, a little bit better mentally than the ones we've looked at so far. Shot stopping's okay at 12, aerially, you'll want to improve at that. His height 182 centimeters, so we aren't talking about a giant goalkeeper, but somebody who is athletic to say the least. Valued at 2.9 to 8.8 million, so cheaper than some of the ones we've looked at so far. And at 17 years old, should be malleable. He's got a fairly determined personality as well, so he should be somebody that you can really grow and get the best out of as you continue to play the game. Next up is Karim Matsuya. I hope I've said that right, but he's a Bursaspor. He is their current first choice goalkeeper. He's 18 years old, valued very, very cheaply. We're talking about 95 to 275,000 pounds. So a very, very cheap goalkeeper, one you could probably afford to buy if you were in the Championship or even League One on the game yet. So this isn't somebody who you'd necessarily be signing if you are Manchester City or Real Madrid. But very good shot stopping, physically not the best, speed very, very poor as well, but the shot stopping and the aerial attributes are very, very important. And this is a goalkeeper that you could definitely grow with. You bought him for a lower end side, he could definitely be a number one for years to come. And he's got a resolute personality. He's 196 centimeters tall, so he's a big goalkeeper as well. And this is somebody that you can definitely see yourself growing with as your save progresses. Next up is Alessandro Nunziant, who is at Udinese. He is a breakthrough prospect there, not valued massively, 1.3 to 3.9 million, so you can definitely get him in there for a decent price. We're looking at somebody with good aerials, good shot stop, and as a lot of these goalkeepers we've looked at have had. Yes, you'll have to improve on his physical attributes. His mental attributes are okay, but communication also needs to improve, as does his distribution. But again, at 18 years old, you're going to have the ability to grow this goalkeeper and turn him into what you want. And at that sort of costings, this isn't a bad option for your save. Theodore Pizarro, who is at Freiburg, 1.1 to 3.4 million, so a really decent price there, and at 17 years of age. Again, somebody who you can just really grow with. Decent shot stop and decent aerial ability. Somebody you can definitely slot in to be, you know, potentially a number 2 if you are a lower end Premier League team or just a lower end top flight team. And at 17 years old, he's gonna keep growing and growing. So this is somebody who is worth a punt on, especially at that £1.1 million potential price mark. Jack Porter, I thought was interesting. He's at Arsenal. He's 16 years old. I think it's worth including him because he could be potentially Arsenal's number 1 in the future. Value 2.78 million, but I think if you're a lower league club, you could get him on loan when he turns 17 years of age. Decent shot stop and all around, to be honest, a decent-ish pie. You know, definitely can grow him, but everything's largely, you know, in the same sorts of numbers. You want to improve definitely on the aerial and the physical side of the game with him. But it's certainly at 16 years old somebody that's going to do really well. And if you can get him in the right mentoring group, you could be looking at a potential, you know, starting goalkeeper for a Premier League team, which, you know, is nothing to be snuffed at. Next up, we've got a Real Madrid goalkeeper, Ferran Quentglas. He is a very good prospect, 20 years old, so older than the ones we've looked at so far. Valued pretty high, 10.5 to 31 million, but you can see he's already developed quite significantly. Decent shot stop and decent distribution and decent aerial, 3 of the most important areas for a goalkeeper, and you've still got time in his development to improve on those physical attributes. You know, slow goalkeeper, physically not great, mentally could do with improvement. His communication's not the best as well, so we can improve on a lot of things with Ferran, but he's definitely a goalkeeper that's going to have a chance of being a top level one. Unlikely he'll break in at Real Madrid, so I suspect a season or 2 into the save, this is a guy you'll be able to pick up for a decent price, potentially if you are, you know, a lower Premier League team or a top end Championship team, if that's what your save is. So yes, Ferran Quentglas looks like a decent prospect. Ben Vickery at Manchester City, 16 years old, you know, and he already has pretty decent stats behind him. Shot stopping at 11, aerial at 11, communication at 12, distribution at 9 as well. These are things that you can definitely improve upon, but at 16 years old to already be at this level is pretty good. This is probably a League One goalkeeper in terms of ability, and if you can get him out on loan in your second season, he is going to be, you know, either a good pickup or a good way of developing him. But definitely Ben Vickery, and at that price as well. Okay, not someone the game thinks Man City are going to value 120 to 350,000. Potentially, if you're a Championship side, lower end Championship side, this could be a really good pickup to be your number 2 goalkeeper and really work, you know, the number 1 choice at your team and eventually take that shirt. So there we have it. We've picked out quite a few goalkeepers there. Let me know if these are any that you are potentially going to sign on your save. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and please subscribe to the channel as well for more Football Manager content. We're going to have lots coming out around Wonder Kids in the near future.